Rain taps softly against a fogged-up window. A cracked neon sign flickers Maggie's diner. Inside, the scent of old coffee and fried bacon fills the air. Narration soft, reflective, it was one of those mornings that carried the weight of yesterday's battles. The kind where even the sun seemed too tired to rise. At a corner booth sat Jack Turner, 42, unshaven, coat worn thin, staring into a cup of black coffee gone cold. Once, they called him Sergeant Jack Turner of the 32nd Airborne Division. Now, he was just another face forgotten by the world he once fought for. Scene 2: The invitation. The doorbell jingles. A man in a clean officer's uniform walks in, scanning the diner. It's Colonel Mason, late 50s, a commanding presence, gray at the temples. Colonel Mason firmly, Jack Turner. Jack looking up slowly, used to be. Colonel Mason, you got mail, soldier. Thought I'd deliver it myself. He drops a folded letter on the table, the seal of the 32nd Airborne Reunion. Jack dry laugh, reunion after all these years. Colonel Mason sitting opposite, we don't leave men behind, Turner. Not even the ghosts. Beat. Silence fills the space. The colonel eyes Jack's calloused hands, the tremor he tries to hide. Colonel Mason softly, we're meeting at the Legion Hall this Friday. You should come. They still talk about Hawk 8. Jack freezes. The name hits him like a bullet from the past. Scene 3: The Hall. Friday evening. The Legion Hall is lit with old banners, laughter, and music from the ADS. Veterans trade jokes, hugs, and stories. Narration: it smelled of whiskey, gun oil, and memories. Men who once carried rifles now carried bellies and canes, but their eyes still carried fire. Jack steps in quietly, his old boots squeaking against the floor. The laughter dims. Conversations fade. Every head slowly turns his way. Scene 4: The recognition. At the podium, the colonel spots him. Colonel Mason raising his glass, well, I'll be damned. Hawk 8 made it. The room goes dead silent. Then a ripple of whispers, Hawk 8, that's him. Narration: some stared in disbelief. Others with tears they didn't bother to hide. Jack didn't understand why until the colonel spoke again. Scene 5: The revelation. Colonel Mason voice breaking, for those who don't know. Hawk 8 was the call sign of the man who saved my unit in Kandahar, 2009. When our comms went dark, when everyone thought the mission was lost, this man here, carried 6 men through enemy fire. Alone. Gasps. A veteran wipes his eyes. A young recruit, barely 20, whispers, that's him. Colonel Mason continuing, he never took the medal. Never came to the ceremony. Just vanished. Now I know why. Mason glances at Jack's torn jacket and the homeless shelter wristband peeking from under his sleeve. Colonel Mason softly, you thought you didn't matter anymore, didn't you, son? But every man in this room is standing here because of you. Scene 6: The flashback. The lights dim. The sound of helicopters and gunfire. Smoke. Screams. Narration: Jack's voice, breaking, we were ambushed. The radio was gone. Mason was hit. I couldn't leave him. So I carried them one by one across that ravine. Didn't even feel the shrapnel till I hit the last ridge. Cut back to the present. Silence. Some men bow their heads. Scene 7: The breakdown. Jack tries to smile but his eyes well up. Jack quietly, that was a lifetime ago, Colonel. Now I can't even afford a lifetime supply of coffee. Colonel Mason firmly, you earned more than coffee, Turner. You earned respect. And it's time we return it. He gestures. A few men walk up, one with a folded flag, another with a metal box, another with a job offer paper in hand. Colonel Mason to Jack, you saved our lives. Let us help you get yours back. Jack's lips tremble. He shakes his head, but they surround him, clapping, hugging, patting his shoulders. Scene 8. The toast. Mason raises his glass high. Colonel Mason, to Hawk 8, the soldier who never stopped fighting, even after the war ended. Crowd in unison, to Hawk 8. Cheers, tears, laughter. Narration, and for the first time in years, Jack felt warm again. Not from the whiskey. From belonging. Scene 9. The aftermath. Later that night, Jack stands outside, rain misting down. Mason joins him, hands in pockets. Jack, why do you come looking for me, Colonel? Colonel Mason smiling, because heroes don't disappear. They just forget who they are sometimes. He hands Jack a small patch. Hawk 8. Colonel Mason, we're rebuilding the outreach program for homeless vets. I want you to run it. No one better to guide them home than a man who found his way back himself. Jack looks at the patch, then up at the sky. The rain stops. A faint glow of dawn spreads. Scene 10. 1 year later. A small community center sign reads, Hawk 8 Foundation for Veterans. Inside, Jack, clean-shaven, confident, helps a young ex-soldier fill out a job application. Young vet smiling, thanks, sir. Didn't he think anyone cared? Jack grinning, trust me, kid, they do. Sometimes you just need someone to remind you. Camera pans to the wall, a photo of Jack with the colonel and his old unit. The plaque reads, to those who carried others even when they couldn't carry themselves. Final narration. Closing voiceover. Narration soft, emotional, they say call signs fade with time. But some, become legends. And sometimes, all it takes is a name whispered in a crowded room, to remind a broken man that his story was never over. Narration pause. Because true valor isn't in the medals you earn, it's in the lives you save and the ones you choose to live after. Fade out. Soft military instrumental swells. The screen fades to black. Text on screen, in honor of all veterans, especially those still fighting battles no one sees.